Random things that can get you fined or arrested in Singapore. Singapore is a tropical island in Southeast Asia, inhabited by over 5 million people. They are very conservative, which is like many other Asian countries. As a result of this, it is very possible to hear of certain random things that are termed illegal in this country. Are you a resident of Singapore, planning to visit, or just curious? Then you need to watch this video to the end. Please take a moment, subscribe to the channel, and like this video. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. Okay, let's get into it. Here's a list of random things that are illegal in Singapore and can get you fined or arrested. Number 1. Forgetting to flush the toilet. Flushing a public toilet after you take a dump is an act of cleanliness and should always be done as a common courtesy. You probably won't be persecuted if you forget to do so in your country. However, it's frowned upon in Singapore. Forgetting to flush a public toilet can get you up to a $150 fine. Number 2. Connecting to someone else's Wi-Fi. Sometimes you can stumble on a free Wi-Fi network and decide to connect your device. This is frowned upon in Singapore. You need to be authorized before you can connect to public Wi-Fi. For example, you can connect to a coffee shop's free Wi-Fi but not your neighbor's without authorization. If you do this, you're liable to a fine of $10,000, imprisonment for up to 3 years, or both. Number 3. Walking around your house naked. While your house is your private residence, it is illegal to walk around naked with any open curtains. Being nude in a private place when you can be seen or exposed to the public is considered a public nuisance in Singapore. This can land you a fine of $2,000. Number 4. Feeding pigeons. We know you love to show affection to those peaceful birds, but it could cost you more than just the food. It's illegal to feed pigeons in Singapore. They even want you to discourage others from feeding them. This is related to the behavior of pigeons when they're being fed. The punishment for doing this is a $500 fine. Number 5. Chewing gum. Unbelievable, right? The sale and act of chewing gum is banned in Singapore. This is because of reckless disposal by most people that cause cleaning problems in public areas. You can't even bring gum into the country. This has been slightly relaxed, though, as residents can now chew nicotine or medicinal gum, as long as it is sold by a pharmacist or dentist. Selling gum can get you a fine of up to $100,000 or a prison sentence of up to 2 years. Number 6. Littering. This should be illegal everywhere else. Singapore loves its city clean and tidy, so they don't tolerate litterers at all. They always take an opportunity to shame litterers, so if you're not up for public shame, remember not to litter. The penalty for littering the streets is from a $300 to $5,000 fine and community service. Number 7. Spitting. First of all, that's disgusting. Why would anyone do this in a public place? Well, Singapore has the best way to stop residents and visitors from spitting in any public area. This includes coffee shops, restaurants, schools, theaters, public buildings, public roads, markets, and so on. Failure to comply will get you a fine of up to $1,000. Number 8. Partying after 10:30 p.m. Okay, this one is for the night owls. If you're looking to party after 10:30 p.m. in Singapore, you need a government permit. Partying here includes loud music and alcohol, but no worries, you can still do this from a licensed bar or club. If you insist that you must party after 10:30 p.m. and before 7 a.m., get ready to pay up to a $2,000 fine. Number 9. Smoking in public. The law against smoking in public was enacted to make the environment safe and comfortable for everyone. So, as a smoker, it's best to do it in your home or designated smoking rooms. There are smoking rooms in places like hotels, airports, and so on. Not adhering to this comes with a penalty fine of between $150 and $1,000. An expensive habit if you don't comply. Number 10. Playing musical instruments in public. You might be a talented rock star, but not to the Singaporean public. Singapore prohibits the use of musical instruments in public. Guess what the reason for this is? Musical instruments are likely to cause annoyance and inconvenience to those around them. A valid argument. However, you can still be a public rock star, but be ready to spend up to 3 years in prison and/or pay a $10,000 fine. Number 11. Eating and drinking on public transport. This is weird. Did you know that eating and drinking on public transport is illegal in Singapore? As a passenger, you are not even permitted to drink plain water while in trains or stations. Wonder how people cope with this during the summer months. Breaking this rule comes with a fine of up to $500. Number 12. Urinating in a public elevator. We're behind this 100% because why would you want to urinate in a public elevator? Or any elevator for that matter. Some elevators in Singapore have urine detection devices that go off and lock the doors when urine is detected. You can get up to a $1,000 fine if you're caught. Number 13. Painting graffiti. If you like to show your artistic side on public walls as graffiti, Singapore prefers the name vandal. This can get you arrested. In 2015, 2 men visiting the country faced prison time and caning for painting graffiti on a public train. So, quick advice: suppress the art when you visit Singapore. Number 14. Flying a kite that interferes with public traffic. We wonder what happens when kids fly kites in public. But Singapore has a law against flying kites when it interferes with public traffic. In fact, playing any game that interferes with public traffic is illegal. Doing this gets you a fine of up to $5,000. Number 15. Jaywalking. Jaywalking is the act of crossing a street carelessly or in an illegal manner so as to be endangered by traffic. For Singaporeans, this means crossing the road within 50 meters, 164 feet, of a crossing zone. Jaywalkers can receive a $20 fine on the spot, a fine of up to $1,000, or 3 months of jail time. You get double this if you're caught twice. That was a long list of illegal randoms. Which of these is the most bizarre to you? Let us know in the comments section. Please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. We're aiming for 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year.